Hi, this is the 1000 Scenes Project. I'm Morgan, and improviser number 820 of 1000 is Duncan Stevens. Hey, Duncan.
Hey there.
Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure. I'm looking forward to it.
My pleasure, I assure you. Should be fun. Our randomly generated suggestion is handling. Handling. Handling.
Joe, thanks so much for taking me on this fishing trip. I've actually never been fishing, so I hope you can be patient with me and while I figure it out. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, well, I was so glad when you said you could come. You know, I know you don't normally do this sort of outdoorsy kind of thing, but it's beautiful out here, isn't it?
Yeah. So do I have my my rod and what do you call it? My the reel. Do I have it hooked up properly here? Because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
new
it's
at
all
this.
it's all fine. You know, take it easy. You're doing great. It's just we just basically leave them there at the rail, and we just hang out here, have a couple beers, and then, you know, if any
Yeah.
big
Well, I've
ones.
already had. I've had a couple of beers so far, so I figured that would kind of loosen me up here. But I just want to make sure I'm doing this properly.
You're doing it
So
fantastically. You know, it's not anything to really be nervous about. I mean, I know there's like the old man in the sea and everything where they're like, battling the sea monsters basically. But basically all we do is we sit here in these chairs and we wait until one of the bells on one of our lines rings, or we see the rod moving, and you pick it up and you just we'll talk it through when we get there. It'll be fine. It's nothing to get stressed about. Okay, you want to
okay.
take it easy on those beers too. I mean, with the seasickness, it can be bad. So okay, but I
Okay.
mean, if it makes you calm though, I mean, here I'm going to have another one now. Do you want another beer
Yeah,
now?
I think that might be a good idea.
Okay, here you
I
go.
think I may have another two or even three.
I mean, I don't even know what aspect of it is making you that nervous. Is it just the outdoorsy nature of it? I mean, I know you're kind of a stay-at-home kind of guy. Is it a little too much, you know?
Yeah, it's I mean, see, when I was a kid, I went on a camping trip with my dad, and let's just say it didn't go real
Oh,
well.
oh, wait a minute.
I mean, there
You were
weren't
telling me your dad got eaten, right? Or
yeah,
I don't. Sorry to put it
I
that
mean, there were
way.
some broken limbs, and there was some property damage, and ever since then, I've kind of been more stay at home, less
Oh, that's.
outdoorsy.
Hey, I totally understand. If my dad got eaten by a bear and there was a lot of like property damage and broken limbs and everything, I probably wouldn't have become an outdoorsman myself. So I just
Yeah, so but I'm getting past it now, and you know, I think I'm ready to take that next step. And,
I appreciate you trusting me enough to do this with me. I mean, I'm not going to tell you it's impossible that a fish would attack you because I mean, stranger things have happened, but it's a very, very slim odds that a fish is going to jump up onto the boat, and then we won't be, neither of us will be able to handle it. And like, I mean, if it's a swordfish, hypothetically, it might, there could be some danger involved. Or obviously, if we catch a shark, then that's an entire thing different. I had a buddy who, I'm not going to tell you that story. It's
no,
almost.
no, tell me. Now I'm kind of curious.
I had a buddy get a chunk bitten out of his leg because
Oh,
he pulled a shark up on board. But that was a totally
oh,
different stretch of the coast,
oh,
and he was being careless. I mean, he would be the first to admit that. So we're fine. We just sit here in these chairs and we just have
uh,
beers and we just have a grand old time.
uh,
You know?
like what size of chunk are we talking?
About the size of like a half of a frisbee.
Oh,
A half a frisbee-sized chunk out of his thigh. It was a pretty sizable chunk. He almost lost a
uh,
leg, but he didn't lose a leg, so it's like kind of happy. I shouldn't have told you that story.
um,
Black eye. Thank you very much, Duncan. Very fun. Is there anything I can plug for you in the description of the video?
I'm in a church choir, and we're at. It's in Washington D.C. The church website is www.epiphanydc.org, and there's a link for music there. We have a CD. We have a concert coming up on December 15th, and it's a fun group. It's a good group, and so that yeah, that's something I'd plug. But thanks so
Fantastic.
much for having me doing this.
Oh, thank you for doing it. I'll put a link to that in the video description. Thanks again, and have a great day. Take care.
Okay, thank you.